Welcome back to Last Moment Preparation. In today's video, we will dive into if and else statements in Java, which are essential for handling multiple conditions in your code. Previously, we have covered the basics of if and else statements. Now, let's expand on that by introducing else if and else constructs, which allow you to handle more complex decision making in your programs. Now, let's look after the basic structure of if, else if, and else. Here's the basic syntax. You start with your regular if, followed by your condition in round brackets. Then there are curly braces which define the code to be executed if condition 1 is true. Then you begin with the else if block where you can specify your another condition, and again there is a block of code that needs to be executed if that condition turns out to be true. Lastly, if none of the else if conditions is true, you could also provide an else block which defines the code that is to be executed if none of the condition from if or else if block is true. Let's start with a simple example to understand this better. Consider a program to categorize a number as positive, negative, or zero. Then what we will need to do first is have a integer variable. So I'll say int number is equal to and also assign it some value right away. Then we know that the case could be that it is greater than 0, in which we need to say that the number is positive. So I'll say if number is greater than 0, I'll say system.out.println the number is positive. All right. What could be the other case? Of course, the other case is going to be if the number is negative. So I'll say if number is less than 0, then what you have to print is system.out.println the number is negative. All right. And if you see, there could be a third case where the number is neither greater than 0 or nor less than 0, but it is equal to 0. So we also need to specify an else block which will say that the number is 0. Now, I guess you must be familiar with the utility of else if structure. Let's compile and run this program. So I'll say java c and the file name. Now we can run this by saying java and class name. All right, so since our number was 10 this time, we got the output as the number is positive. Now if I turn this into a negative number, something like maybe -5, if you see, I have turned on the auto save in my VS Code through settings, so I don't need to save each time. All right, it gets auto saved after a certain interval. Now we have our class compiled. I'll run this. It says number is negative. Also, we need to check the zeros case. So if I run this again, the number is 0. So this was the first and basic use case of if, else if, and else structure. To sum up, if else if statements are powerful tools for handling multiple conditions in your code. They help you manage branching logic efficiently, making your programs more dynamic and responsive. Practice writing these constructs to get familiar with them. Experiment with different conditions and see how the code flow changes. If you have found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Last Moment Preparation and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest tutorials. Leave any questions or comments below. We'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.